Of course, I love food. I have a whole YouTube channel devoted to food. The first time I said I love you, I'm pretty sure it was said to some sort of food item. But as much as I, and well, most of us love food, here's the question. How well do we really know it? I mean, yeah, sure, we know that lemons are sour and chilies are spicy, and we learned about the whole food pyramid thing in school, but that's so basic. I mean, do we really know about what we're consuming on a daily basis? I'm talking about favorite movies and pet peeves and who I voted for in the last election. That sort of no. Alright, maybe we don't need to go that far, but do we really know the story behind certain kinds of food? For example, did you know that the ubiquitous pretzel was once believed to be sacred because its knot resembles a person in prayer? So that's the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about in this video today. So sharpen those appetites because we're going to count down some amazing food facts that's really going to let you know more about what you're eating every single day. Number 10, killer nuts. Everyone loves a good serving of roasted cashews. These oddly shaped nuts are packed with protein and necessary vitamins that are good for the body. But what's really interesting about cashews though is that unlike many other nuts, they cannot be eaten raw because of its toxic qualities. Raw cashews contain toxins like cardol and anacardic acid that when ingested can cause serious discomfort and sometimes fatal reactions. Even the outer shell of the cashew contains harmful toxins. In order to remove the poisons from the otherwise edible nuts, cashews need to be thoroughly cooked and roasted outdoors, as the smoke from cooking them contains urushiol, a chemical that can cause severe irritations to the lungs. Number 9, peppered with flavor. Peppers. Some people love them, some people wish they were never part of pizza toppings. Whatever your stand on this vegetable is, their colorful appearance tells a story that not a lot of us know of. Some of us may think that peppers or bell peppers come in 3 different colors, green, yellow, and red, causing many of us to believe that they are tended to and grown separately. But that is not the case. The color of a pepper is an indication of how ripe it is. Many people avoid green peppers because of its taste, but the green color actually indicates that the vegetable is not yet ripe. Yellow is in the almost ripe variety. That is why it has that sweetness to it as well as a hint of tartness. Red is the ripest and sweetest of the 3 colors and is the favorite of the 3. So kind of like the opposite of a street light. Green, don't eat yet, yellow, almost there, and red, go ahead. Number 8, berry deceptive. Strawberries conjure up sensual and romantic images because of its color and unique shape that resembles a heart. Its sweet and sour quality makes it even more perfect to pair with, I don't know, chocolate. However, strawberries are not berries at all. Unlike blueberries or blackberries or even raspberries, this fruit is much more a relative of apples, apricots, and pears, fruits that trace their ancestry back to the rose family. What's even more interesting about the strawberry is, unlike so many other fruits, its seeds are found on the outside of the skin. Number 7, sweet exchange. Speaking of romantic foods, chocolate is an indulgent treat that we all love, whether in ice cream form or as a hot beverage with fluffy marshmallows. Our love affair with this simply sweet treat transcends adjectives. Now, we may have taken chocolate for granted these days, but as early as 250 AD, cocoa beans have been used as currency for trade by the Aztecs and the Mayans. It is also known that cocoa beans is an extremely valuable commodity in the 3rd century AD, that it can only be afforded by the wealthy in ancient European empires such as Rome, because transporting them alone can cost a lot of money. These days, however, chocolate has been reduced as a currency for the main purpose of winning over the hearts of a loved one or an angry spouse. Number 6, wasabi. What? This notorious spice from Japan can give you a run for your money if you are into spicy food. It is strong and its flavors creep up slowly with its sharp, hot taste on the tongue. However, the wasabi that we know of, you know, those things that comes in tubes in a neon, alien, Martian green color that you usually buy in supermarkets and Asian grocery stores, they are more often than not flavored bean pastes or some processed food product with added spice. Real wasabi is actually made from a type of horseradish in Japan that is processed into its paste form and prepared with its signature spicy sting. It is much more expensive than the common wasabi paste we are served at the neighborhood sushi restaurant because of the process of acquiring and preparing the horseradish. Number 5, the smell of success. We have all heard stories about how asparagus can make our, pee smell a special kind of way. So for the longest time, a lot of us have either avoided or made fun of this harmless green vegetable that does a lot more good to the body than we give it credit for. Surprisingly, the smell that the asparagus gives pee does not apply to everyone. The chemical composition of asparagus, as it is broken down by digestion, reacts differently from one person to the next. Studies have claimed that the smell is much stronger in some people, while in others, their pee pea just, you know, smells like regular pea. Number 4, name that fruit. Believe it or not, the color orange was actually named after the fruit and not the other way around. The word was introduced into the English language by Spain, and they called it naranja, a derivative of a Sanskrit word that meant orange tree. By the 16th century, the word caught on and it was used to refer to a particular shade of color. Whether or not it is an homage to the fruit is a matter of debate. Number 3, lucky number 13. People took bread quite seriously at the dawn of the early civilizations, and bakers paid a hefty price if they were found to be cheating their customers. For example, if a baker was discovered to have sold a light loaf to a person in Babylon, he would have to say goodbye to his hands as they are chopped off. In Egypt, cheating bakers would have their ears nailed to their shop doors. Anyway, different kinds of punishments and strict laws oddly surrounded this profession, especially throughout Europe in early centuries. So, in order to save their trade and their own necks, a baker would normally sell a little over than the prescribed portion, thus giving birth to the term baker's dozen, to make sure they would never go under than what the current statute enforces. Number 2, not quite immortal after all. The myth that Twinkies do not at all spoil and can even survive a nuclear apocalypse is one that has been told as much as the Greek myths. But here's the thing, when it was introduced to the public by the Hostess company, a Twinkie would have a shelf life of no more than only 2 days because it contained dairy products. Decades later, and after numerous preservatives have been tried and injected into the popular snack, the average Twinkie now has a life expectancy of 25 days on the shelf, a number that is still far from being imperishable. Also, that whole rocket fuel as a Twinkie ingredient thing, yeah, that's not true either. And finally, number 1, it's alive. You know that oyster you're eating? The ones that are freshly shucked and brought to you with a lemon wedge with some hot sauce that you happily eat by the dozens? Yeah, that thing is still alive. So there you go, guys. Hopefully after this, you got to know food a little bit better. And by the way, I didn't know about this whole oysters being a live thing when people eat it. That's not why I never eat oysters. I just kind of feel like they taste like sea snot. But that's just me. All right, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you later.